Hey everybody, Ben for the Bonehead podcast, and welcome to Monster Monday. Mondays are rubbish, but big guy models in Blood Bowl are not. So, I see you on Monday, and I raise you one great piece to put on the pitch. Now, we've got a very cool one this week, and I'm super excited about this, because this is our first Monster Monday that's about our monster model. So we're great friends with Brute Fun, the great sculptor, who's been producing some outrageously good models for Blood Bowl, and now he's done us a massive favour and has sculpted one of our own. So the Fenbeast is one of my favourite pieces in in Warhammer lore. And now we've got a very cool model to show it off, and it is available for pre-order on our website. We're going to have a look at the model, we're going to unbox it, and we're going to review our own product. So before we dive into the model, I think it's only appropriate that we kind of take a second to talk about what the Fenbeast is. Now, we featured the Fenbeast at our very first Beachhead Bowl tournament, all the way back in 2020 before the schism. And it's a Fenbeast, which is a big old swampy monster. Now, we'll look at the Warhammer background of it in a second, but our very first Beachhead Bowl, it featured on the front cover. And it featured as a star player that anybody could take, and it's a strength 6 big monster. So that's all well and good, but we've brought the Fenbeast back this year, which is why this model has come about. There's the rule book. There we go. So available on our podcast website. You can go to the Beachhead Bowl page and get the rule set. And as we scroll down, you'll see the Fenbeast. So the Fenbeast is our star player for Beachhead. It's more than that. We'll delve into the history of it based on the islands of Albion, which are definitely not England in any way, shape or form. They have these elemental creatures with an Ogham stone in them that are made of the ground and the earth and the bodies within it. That scene from The Lord of the Rings where Frodo takes a bit of a face dive into a swamp. That swamp, imagine that swamp just being like, yo, I'm now a person. And that's what a Fenbeast is. Now, in Blood Bowl, we're using him as a star player for our tournament. Movement 4, Strength 6. Edge 5+, no passing, Armor 10+, Loner 4+, really stupid, foul appearance, Mighty Blow +1, regeneration, 150k for any team. So this dude is a Strength 6 monster for 150k. He's not game-changing, he's not Edge 2+, he's not Hackflem, he's not Griff, he's not going to change the world, but 150k for a Strength 6 piece that you can put on the line and just hurt things with, it's very, very, very appropriate. Now, the Fenbeast itself was born all the way back in the, what was it called? The Shadows over Albion campaign, which was an old-school Warhammer Fantasy Battle worldwide campaign. Dark Shadows in 2001. And the Fenbeast, as I look on the Warhammer wiki page, they are foul creatures crafted by sorceress rituals at forlorn spots deep in the trackless swamps of Albion, where a previous wayfarer has lost his life. Their forms are typically made up of swamp mud and the detritus of bogs. Their cries are strange and mournful. A spellcaster of sorts often accompanies the Fenbeast, but not always. The spirit that inhabits them continually seeks revenge against the living, and so they kill, unabated, unless their dark master bids them otherwise. A priest of Moor can lay one to rest, but it is no easy feat. Fenbeasts featured massively in this worldwide campaign, and the whole point of that worldwide campaign is that it took place on Albion between two sides, the Truthsayers and the Dark Emissaries. And our first Beachhead had a tournament structure that was all about that. You picked a side and you played the game to kind of choose the fate of Albion. Now, we're not going to lean that heavy into the theme in our next tournament, but it is back. It is at Beachhead, and Beachhead takes place in Albion, and therefore it's only appropriate that the Fenbeast returns. Anyway, the Fenbeast has returned. Our friend Brute Fun helped us out and sculpted a monster of a monster. So let's open the box and take a look. So the Fenbeast is available for order from our website, and I don't know what Christmas delivery is going to be like. Basically, it's been on pre-order. It's on pre-order so that I can get them all printed, because this is going to be produced by us by hand. Every one of these is going to be printed on probably my Saturn II, which is a really good detail printer. and will be washed twice in a very nice and clean. I've got an absolute stack of IPA to make sure the model is all clear and cast, and then I'll be baking it in the sun in our UV lamp station there, so it will be properly produced. And then it'll be sent to you in a little box with a Bonehead podcast sticker and or tape, depending on how soon the tape gets here. And this is how it will come, and I will open it up because I think it's only appropriate that we kind of do what I would normally do for other people's models, but for ours. Okay, so we've got a box, we got bubble wrap, I think. Yep, good, it's proper bubble wrap. That's what we like. And the model will come in a single piece, just like this. So let's open it up and have a look. Okay, so the Fenbeast comes as a single piece of resin monster, and hopefully it's difficult with grey resin to actually get much of the detail to pick up on the camera. For some reason the focus doesn't like grey, and we see this when we look at all the models, but you can see all the tons of detail that Brute Fun has put into this model. Now, it's made of corpses and vines and swamps, and it really comes across with the design of the model. You've got skulls hidden inside its body. We've got the Ogham stone at the top here, where that kind of holds it together and powers it. One of its arms is a massive tree trunk. You've got more kind of... oh, there's so much detail. You've got some centipedes running around. You've got more vines. And this is the thing that I absolutely love about what Brute Fun's done with this model. You've got like the rocky elements to it there, which make a lot of sense. But you've also got some beautiful Blood Bowl pieces there. So we've got a helmet there, and this bit here is my absolute favourite, where there's like a uniform, which is so good when you've got a big monster like this that, quite frankly, is just there to murder things and is made up out of the land and dead bodies. This is a shambling mound, but designed for the Blood Bowl pitch. And I love that it's got that helmet there. If I take my hands away, I think the autofocus will zoom in a little bit better. And there we go. And you can see you've got the, excuse my pen, you've got the helmet detail here, where he's gone to all the effort of putting in that Blood Bowl detail there. It's not just a monster, it is a monster player. And you can see as we roll it over onto the top, you've got the ball too, which is just so good. Now, I actually haven't had time to paint one of these up yet myself, because I've been so focused on well, printing them and and stuff. So it's good. I cannot wait to get this one printed and painted up, because I love this model. I've loved the Fenbeast since 2001. So for 21 years, the Fenbeast has been my favourite monster in Warhammer. Just the fact that it is the land and it's so strong and resilient. And this guy having the special abilities that it does, it's just a chunky boy. Okay, now talking of the fact it is a chunky boy, it's a time to do the size comparison. It's strength 6. So we're going to look at two different models here. One is the absolute yardstick for all Blood Bowl big guys, which is the Ogre from the Dungeon Bowl set. We pop him down. Wow, that orange just really sticks out, doesn't it? And then we compare him to our boy, the Fenbeast. And the Fenbeast absolutely towers over this ogre, as it should. Now, being strength 6, you expect this guy to be massive, and it is very big and very heavy. But Brute Fun's done such a good job of making sure that his cylinder profile stays within a reasonable amount of Blood Bowl pitch square. So he is going to be a bit bigger than a Blood Bowl square, but he needs to be. He's strength 6. He will fit, though, on a 40mm base. And I think the appropriate piece to judge him against is Glottal Stop. Now, Glottal Stop is one of the new star players from Games Workshop, and he is strength 6. He's a strength 6 Croxagore. And when we line him up to the Fenbeast, their size is about right. Now, I don't know if Brute Fun did that on purpose as a good way to kind of put a measuring stick towards the model, but he's got height advantage, which makes sense because Glottal Stop's running, but he's got mass advantage as well here. And I really love it. Now, this is a 40mm base. He will fit lovely on a 40mm base. He will also fit on a 32mm base if you are that way inclined. I'm not. When it comes to big guys, they need big guy bases, and this is a big guy that is definitely worthy of a big guy base. So yeah, compared to a strength 6 Glottal Stop, he is an absolute chonker of a boy, but will fit nicely on the Blood Bowl pitch, which makes me ever so happy, because I just I'm so happy that we've finally got a great Fenbeast model, and the Fenbeast doesn't have to be just a Fenbeast. He can be your troll, he can be your ogre for an Albion themed team. I love it so much. It makes me so happy, and I know I'm gushing and I know I'm biased, but I love the model, and it is 3D printed with a lot of detail and a lot of care, but there will be some sort of support marks on it. So actually there's a little bit of a support there that hasn't come away in the kind of cleanup process. That's going to happen. But let me tell you, I paid £31 for Glottal Stop, and he came in 9 individual pieces, and you can see that the neck doesn't fit right, and it takes some clear up, and you've got some mold lines. It's beautifully done. At £31, it's a good model. Our model is one piece. It is a one-piece wonder, and I think you could buy at least 3 for the price of one Glottal Stop, and that is where we want to be for Blood Bowl. We're all about making things accessible, so if you're going to come to Beachhead, if you're not going to come to Beachhead, you've got a model here that supports the channel, which we really appreciate, and 2, hopefully, you can just use them on the pitch, and there's going to be a ton of detail to pick up there. I might even do a Ben Paints a Fenbeast mod video, because I am so excited to get paint on this guy. So there you have it, the Bonehead podcast first kind of model. We did the two-headed ogre years and years and years ago, but it was complete trash compared to this wonderful masterpiece that Brute Fun has put together. Now, this is a complete love song to our own model, so I absolutely believe everyone should take everything with a grain of salt. I haven't been able to show off all of the details the way I wanted to on this video, because with grey resin and a camera, I probably should have primed this bad boy first so you can actually see it, because the picture here, you can see all the details that come up on the model when it's painted. All of the skulls, all of the vines, the uniform. It's just such a cool model, and I really hope you enjoy painting it as much as I've loved printing them and getting Brute Fun to work with us to design it. I'm really just gushing at this point, guys. So anyway, the Fenbeast is here. It's ready for Beachhead, but it makes a brilliant model for all of your big guys, in my opinion. And you're going to see them in our Bonehead Championships moving forward, because I just absolutely flipping love the Fenbeast. I flipping love Brute Fun, and I flipping love all of you guys for supporting the show as well. So thank you very much. This is available now. If you fancy a big guy treat, go for this one. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back soon with more Blood Bowl content. Happy Strength 6 blocking. Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to support the channel even further, please like and subscribe. It really does help us out. Or come join us on YouTube members or in Patreon, where you can get exclusive access to some content, some loot, early access to basically everything we do, as well as regular competitions. Or you can pick up some Bonehead Podcast loot either on our website at boneheadpodcast.com. We've got the Dungeon Bowl things, we've got tokens and stuff like that, or on our Spreadshirt site as well. Everything you do just helps us make more content and hopefully do it of better quality. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Happy blocking.